Hey everybody, I'm kind of sitting in I guess a bad spot with the light on this side, but at the moment it's about the place. I'm shaggy today too. I need a haircut. It's getting shaggy. But anyhow, it's going to be a nice warm day today, and I have some update and some decisions that have been made, and I guess you consider a new adventure coming up that I thought I'd share and discuss with y'all. Okay, as far as the campground and the owner passing away, there's some things that had come up to where the owner and his wife were separated but never divorced. So she came up, checked out the campground and the lodge, likes how it's being run and stuff, and said that she wants to continue running it, keep it running and stuff until the will's read, because of course nobody's really sure of what's in the will. So we're still working here. Also, I haven't really put in too many hours during the week. My friend that's been staying with me, he's been in maintenance and they've needed a lot more hours there. So he's been pretty much, past couple weeks, he's been working for the site and making paycheck. And I've been just, if the cabin needs to be checked for incoming, which we really haven't been having, then I'll go do a check-in. So that's that. I kind of found out a few things about the owner that I didn't know about, which I was surprised. I did a little previous video on him, but his personal life, like you say, your personal life is your personal life. I don't judge people on that. I judged him, I judge people on their character as far as, he'd done a lot of good things in life for various different programs and stuff. So that there's kind of what I judged him on and how he treated me. But found out even though him and his wife were separated, the reason they separated because she knew what kind of guy he was with the ladies. Anyhow, he was in his mid-60s, early 70s or whatever. But a guy that has been a long-term friend of his, good friend of his, happened to come to the campground, was getting numbers off the tractors and so forth for the estate. And my friend Randy here was talking to him out there and showing him where certain things were that he needed to find. And they got to talking, and the owner, I'll just go say it that way, the owner had unknown number of girlfriends. Wherever he traveled, he had a girlfriend. He had something like 3 or 4 fiancés on top of that, and still legally married to his wife. So this Wendy that I probably have talked about in the past, that was here with him, and that I was texting about need more hours and so forth, was pretty much just like one of his girlfriends, or maybe she was one of the fiancés. But anyhow, I was quite taken and surprised by that. But that was something that I learned. I suppose when you got a lot of things, you got a lot of money and stuff, women do look for the sugar daddies. And I guess he was one. But on that note, we'll stop on that point. So I got to quit saying all that. So. Yesterday, well, actually it was the day before. It was Tuesday. We had cabins for Valentine's weekend, something like 7, 8 cabins. So Monday, I was quite tired, didn't go do any cabins. I had my grandkids on Sunday, tried to sleep a little bit on Sunday, have them take a nap with me. Had to work Sunday night, and then Monday, I was just exhausted. I just, had no energy or anything to work that day. I slept till midnight, I think. I slept basically the whole day away. So Tuesday morning when I went down to the office, Jesse and Judy were there, and I hadn't seen them for quite some time because her husband, the camp host, I guess his cancer is back. Had a lump in his leg. He's been getting treated, having going to the doctor a lot, almost every day. Back doing some chemo. The day before that Monday, he had a blood transfusion. So all this stuff has been going on. So I haven't really had a chance to really see and talk to her as far as getting my hours or what hours I'm going to be getting now that the campground's going to stay running as far as we know until the will is read. So Tuesday morning when they was there, trying to make a long story short, but they were there in the office up front by the desk and stuff, and walked in and said, "Good morning, everybody," like I usually do. And she says, "Well, good morning." And we both said at the same time, "Stranger." So it was kind of like at the same time. And I was asking her, well, is everything okay now with the campground as far as hours and getting paychecks again and stuff? And she goes, well, yeah, I guess so. She didn't really seem too positive. And I said, okay. I said, so what kind of, because she's had my name on the schedule, but there's not been no hours in there. So it's pretty much like I didn't know when I'm supposed to clock in, when I'm not supposed to clock in. My name's still on the schedule, but there's no hours listed. So, how do you know when you're supposed to go in or not? I mean, how many hours do you know you're supposed to do? You don't want to do too many hours if they don't want you having too many or not enough. So that was been another thing about the last couple weeks. I've been on the paperwork, but no hours really listed. So I was asking her, I said, so on the hours, I said, how many hours do you want me to do a week? Or how many do you want me to limit it to? Or how many can I have? And she's like, well, it's really hard to say. She goes, because if we don't really have any cabins, and I really don't have no work for you, but then there might be another time where I have like 15 hours for you or something like that. She goes, it's really hard to say. She goes, and we have to figure out. She goes, you're not going to keep that job at the factory, are you, once things start picking up? I said, I need that job. I said, I'm trying to work on getting some money to get a truck that I can pull my camper with. I can't not have a vehicle to pull it with. If I ever want to move it, I got to have some way to move it. And I'm trying to work on buying a truck to be able to haul my camper. And the truck that I'm using isn't mine. I'm being borrowed this little pickup that I got. It's borrowed to me until I can get my own vehicle. And then she says, well, I hired you for housekeeping. I said, yeah, I know. I said, how come last season she had me and the work camper I had with me, Maxine, she had us off every Sunday and Monday. And those days would work for me because I work Friday night, Saturday night, and Sunday night. So basically the 2 days that I really need for rest is Sundays and Mondays. I said, why can't you do like last season and give me Sunday and Mondays every week like you did before? Oh, well, I can't guarantee you at days off. I'm like, what? I mean, to me, this is all, being strange in my head that last year she did it without even, asking for the days off. And then now all of a sudden she can't. It's like, how come there's such a sudden difference? Why is there a change? I'm not understanding what the deal is here. And then her husband, Jesse's standing there. And like I say, he's been very sick. He looked really rough that morning. I could tell he's lost, just since a week or two since I seen him, he's lost so much weight. His face got real thin. He's real pale. He just does not look good. And he said, well, if you're not going to work camp, or if you can't work camp for us, then I guess I got to figure out, he goes, you got to let me know because I got to figure out what to do for maintenance. And I looked at him, with this look on my face. He goes, because if you don't work camp here, then I guess Randy's not going to be here. I'm like, okay, so if I don't work camp here, but I, working on the weekends at the other job, but Randy's already work camping here and paying for the site, that if I don't, you're going to make us go. His job is going to be sacrificed because I've got to make a choice between working what hours, you want me, whether I've got another job or not. And they knew before I even got the job, she knew that I was getting a second job, because I told her, I said, I've got to go find some income. I'll make sure it's, a couple of days, so that way I still got out, days to work for the campground. I mean, I still have like 5 days open that I can work. So what's the big deal? I mean, it's one of the things of working for a private campground. There was no problem last year of having Sunday, Mondays off. I mean, I just didn't quite, getting upset because I didn't understand what they're trying to get at. Definitely making a choice. So basically last week my paycheck was $11. And my paycheck from the campground, hold on, my screen just went dark. Stupid screensaver stuff. Alright, come on, come back up. There it is. I gotta change that screensaver setting. And 3 days I get a 40-hour check from the factory. So, I mean, which would you choose? If you have to work for a living, even though you got to work camp for a spot to live, what would you choose? Would you find another place to go to where you can work camp for your site and see if they work with you for weekends or whatever? But yeah, I got upset. And I said, well, if I do decide to quit the factory, I said, I'm going to have to give them notice. I'm through the temp service. I don't want to leave without giving them a notice if I do have to leave there, because anywhere I travel in the future, I can use temp services, or if this temp service is in various states, which it is, that I don't want to get a bad rapport. So I said, okay, well, I'm going to go get some work done. And I left the office pissed off. Yeah, me. I was pissed off. Not many people see me mad, but when I do get mad, it's not fun. But come on, I mean, why all of a sudden start making changes like this when it didn't affect nothing before? Trying to make me make a choice. I mean, you're not going to tell me I have to make a choice. I make my own choices. I make my own decisions. Nobody's going to tell me I have to do that. I have to make a decision. Either you're going to work here or somewhere else. And if you're going to work somewhere else, you can't stay here. Bullshit. So that's why I'm resorting to plan B. Oh, and I talked to my friend that stays with me, Randy. Told him what was going on, what happened. And he felt pretty bad that, he's a hard worker. He always has been. That they really, been telling him how good he's working, how much they need him because of his maintenance skills and, carpentry skills and all that stuff, and how much they really need him here. But yet, when it comes to me making a choice, it's pretty much like, well, I'll have to do something for maintenance because Randy will be going with you. So I just blow him off like that. Don't even say, well, hey, I know you got your own vehicle, you can still work here or nothing. Just blew him off. And that pissed him off, made him feel like shit, like he wasn't worth nothing. I mean, and then she's so forgetful. We have some cabins we closed down for the winter. On one side, one time she told me to go ahead and get them all stripped, curtains, everything, so we can get them washed and, stuff like that for next season. Well, I did one cabin, got it stripped. I told her I had everything completely stripped out of it and was washing it. And she says, well, wait on the rest of the cabins because we got other things to do that's more important. We got to watch hours. We can't be doing too many hours during the wintertime because we don't have the income coming in. Well, the money you make during the summer is to also, if you run a business, you make, if you're in a seasonal area, what you make in the summer and you're going to stay open, you got to balance that out to have the money for the winter also. Or do like a lot of these places do up here it into seasonal, they close down for the winter. Okay? Make a choice. But then she said, I told her, so, well, them cabins, she goes, we got to get them cabins ready for spring. I said, well, we got to finish getting them stripped and washed and everything. She goes, those haven't been done yet? I said, no. I said, you told me not to do anymore. I did one, and you told me don't do anymore. We had other things that need to be done. We had to watch hours, that we can get them later on, closer to spring, so forth. They said, so they no, I did not finish them because you told me not to. She was acting like, yeah, she, like, no, I didn't. I told you to strip them, and they're not done. So it's not the first time she's done something like that to me. And been forgetful, told me, not to do something, and turn around, well, how come that's not done yet? Well, you told me not to do it. And then if I do something without her telling me or asking me to do something, she'll say, well, I didn't ask you to do that. I mean, don't be taking on jobs without asking us first, or if it's not on your list to do that day, then, don't just go ahead and do it. So what do? I'm confused. I mean, how can a person work day to day like that and be confused and not know whether or not, when you go in each morning, are you gonna have a talking to because you didn't do this, or she don't remember telling you not to do it, or don't remember telling you to do it? And I mean, it's crazy. I mean, they're in their 70s. They really shouldn't be doing this anymore anyhow. I mean, her husband's extremely ill. He would rather be home at his own house than sitting here in the office at a desk doing crosswords all day because he can't do nothing else. His health is so bad, he can't do nothing else. They never come out and check a cabin to see whether somebody's done it right, or whether or not all the stoves could be cleaned. The ovens, they really need to all be cleaned. There's so many things that can be done, so many hours that can be put in, but no. Unless she suggests, unless she tells you to do it, don't do it. So, number one, I'm not going to recommend this campground for work camping. I mean, at first they was good, but they're getting so, they've been wishy-washy with their mentality and stuff. I mean, tell you one thing, tell you something else, change this, change that. You've got to have it steady. Otherwise, other people, I mean, everybody's just so confused. So, plan B. Sorry this video's taking a while, but I'm ranting. Yeah, I'm ranting. I very seldom have very many rants, but here's a rant for you. I mean, when you think about it, listen to the video and try to determine if it's the best situation or not, doing the right thing. I have thought about it. I'm making the right decision. So plan B, I had called that campground that I called, it's probably been about a month and a half, 2 months ago, probably around 2 months ago, that I talked to a while back. It's just down the road here, about a work camping position for the site. I just reminded her who I was, told her about the owner passing away. Still not sure what's going to happen here after the will is read, or till after the will is read, we don't know what's going on. And to remind her that I was the one that had the weekend job, and that she was going to work me my work camp hours the days I don't work the factory. And she said, yes, I remember you. And she happened to be getting ready to go out the door that morning for errands and some very important stuff she had to take care of. So she said, I am 99.99% sure that I've got something for you. She goes, give me a day or two to talk to the other work camping lady about, what she's got going on, and I'll call you back. And I said, well, I'll have to, know in time to also find somebody to move the camper, because I don't have a vehicle big enough to move it. She goes, oh, we got somebody that can move you for you. So, sounds good to me. So it looks like here, I'm hoping within this week, but we're supposed to be getting rain on and off for the next, after tomorrow. We're supposed to be getting rain on and off for the next 5 to 6 days, unless that changes. And I really don't want to do it during the rain because it's a pain in the butt, hooking, unhooking, trying to level all that stuff in the rain. So hopefully I hear from her soon. We can get this done and over with. I haven't mentioned that to the office because they've had their 2 days off. The camp hosts had their 2 days off, and they're going at their house. They'll be back sometime today. And I'm sorry this video has taken as long as it has. But it's, like I say, it's a rant. But I think I've made the best decision. I'll still be able to work the factory. I also asked her that if it's like 20 hours for the site, and that I have a traveling partner with me that's male, and he could help if it's okay with her. He could help with the 20 hours during the week. And she asked me on the weekends when I'm working if something should come up with the bathhouse or something like that need to be done, if he'd be willing to do it in my place when I was working. I said, oh yeah. I mean, I didn't even have to ask him. I know he would, because he's not the type of person that anything's below him. I mean, he'll do whatever's necessary, whatever kind of work. So if it's cleaning a bathroom, making a bed, or whatever, he'll do it. Nothing's below him. And he has been a great help to me here, because all the long hours, the long days, and with this winter depression stuff I have, I've not been in the best of moods, as far as it's just been so dull and gray and groggy that I've been down in the depression type area and waiting for the sun to come out, and been doing a lot of little coloring. The last few days I haven't really done no artwork, but I've done several like coloring pages of this adult coloring stuff, because you don't really have to use your mind much, but some of these things is what I've been doing. That gives me a chance to just sitting there coloring, gives me a chance to let my mind think, okay, this is what's going on, this is what I might need to do, I need to try this, or I need to call this person, or I need to do that. It's not something I can be doing that takes a lot of the mind to concentrate on doing, or my drawing takes more of my mind and concentration, as far as when I'm drawing, detailing stuff. So I've been doing more of the adult coloring, trying to make decisions, and I'll keep you updated. I'll go ahead and cut this down. It's going on 23 minutes. So there's the update, y'all. I hope you hang around and for the move, because it will happen, and hopefully it'll be happening supposedly within the week. And I hope y'all have a great day. It's going to be 50 degrees here at least, or mid-50s, and I'm done work camping for today. And I need to get a haircut. Y'all have a wonderful day, and I will talk to you later. Stay tuned for the new adventure and the new move. Bye.